Hey guys, so in this video here, I'm going to talk about why counting macros. I want to give you a little bit of education behind why you're doing what you're doing and exactly how it's affecting your body. So why count macros? Scientifically, in order for your body to burn fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So that seems simple. You have to be burning more calories than what you're intaking. So say you're intaking 1,300 calories a day, you have to be burning, and to get real scientific, you have to be burning 500 more calories a day every single day in order to lose 1 pound a week. So when any of you are focusing on that scale number, which I hope that I have influenced you to get away from that a little bit, it takes a lot of work to get 1 pound of fat off. And then your body can fluctuate up to 5 to 6 pounds of just water weight. So again, you would have to be taking in, say, 1,300 calories and your body burning 1,800 every single day in order to see just 1 pound of fat a week. So I don't say that to discourage you. I say that to kind of educate you on why the scale's not as important and why it can take longer than what we hope to see some changes there. But with that being said, a lot of women that I work with, and maybe this is you, when they come to me, they have done diets in the past or they're trying to eat healthy and people think that's like a salad for dinner every night. Oftentimes women are skipping breakfast or eating something very minor and then skipping snacks and just eating 3 small meals a day. And a lot of the women I work with are really only taking in like 1,000 to maybe 1,100, 1,200 calories when they begin with me. And what that does, so if you continually to take in a low amount of calories, and anything, in my opinion, anything under 1,200 is too low for females, for anyone for that matter. But if you're continually taking in, say, 1,100 calories day after day, week after week, likely one of two things. One is going to be likely you're going to want to binge. So eventually you're going to feel like, I can't keep this up. I want to eat everything in sight, and you will. Then you start the cycle over again. But what also happens is your metabolism lowers. So your body begins to use less fuel in order for your day-to-day functions. So your body, because you're only taking in 1,100 calories, your body comes down to that and is only burning 1,100 calories, give or take. Just throwing out some numbers to give you a point of reference. So then when you have those binges, because you can't hardly sustain it, then your body just packs on fat. And so that's what happens a lot of time with women, is they're undereating, slowing down their metabolism, and then they have the one sittings here and there where they overeat, and then their body's just packing on the fat, and they can't understand why they can't lose it because their metabolism has slowed down so much. So when we begin counting macros, what I do, there's a specific formula where I take your body weight, your height, your age, your activity level, and I calculate a number that is equivalent to what your body needs to maximize your metabolism. Oftentimes, it's more than what you've been eating. And what you're going to find is when your body sees that it's getting all the fuel it needs, it's going to start burning that fuel. And so it may take a couple of weeks for you to be getting the more fuel, your body burning the more fuel, and then we slowly taper it down to where you're burning body fat. But if you've started at that low amount, you don't have anywhere to go, if that makes sense, because you can't go under 1,100, 1,200, 1,000 calories without it affecting bodily functions. It'll start affecting your hormones. You'll notice your hair health, your skin health, your nails health, all those things. So oftentimes we have to take your intake up to maximize your metabolism and with good fuel. So whole foods where your body's functioning better, your energy is better, and then sometimes we will taper it down. So with that, let me go into the 3 macronutrients. You should have a nutrition ebook that breaks this down in a little more details, but I will summarize. Macronutrients there's 3 macronutrients: protein, fat, and carbs. Oh, my phone's ringing. Protein, fat, and carbs. Protein is what helps you sustain muscle and creates the tightness and tonus, so you need adequate amount of protein. That is key. Your carbohydrates is what gives you energy. Yes, there are a lot of bad carbs, but if you are getting whole grain, slow digesting, natural carbs, your body is going to use that as energy, and it's going to help your brain function better. It's going to help you remember things better, which if you're a mom like me, that is very important. And also just overall mood. So carbs are not bad. You just have to get the right kind of carbs. They've become an enemy because there's so much white processed sugary carbs, and obviously that is not what I'm telling you to eat. But things like oats, sweet potato, brown rice, all those things are great for your body and actually help your metabolism because they're your primary source of energy. Your body wants to use carbs for energy, not fat and protein. Healthy fats would be the third, and that helps with your hormone functions, helps with your brain functions. There's so many essential bodily functions that are functioning off healthy fats. So that is crucial. That would be like avocado, peanut butter. Again, you have all of this listed in your ebook, but some people are audio and they want to hear it as well. So hopefully that helps you. And the reason we count them is because there is a specific amount of each, and it is customized to each individual. So based on your results and how you're feeling, I may adjust those percentages. If your body, depending on where you store fat, sometimes your body functions a little better on a little bit higher healthy fats and a little bit lower carbohydrates. All calories are not equal. You cannot just eat a diet of protein and vegetables and expect to have the good energy, to have the high bodily functions, and you can't cut out all carbs and expect to, again, have the memory and the brain function and the high energy. So it's important that you have all three macros in their strategy and the percentages of each. So that is why we count macros. Every macro has a calorie number to it. So for example, carbohydrates, 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. Same with protein, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, and then 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So fat is a little more dense. But when you're counting macros, it does in turn equal calories, but it's much more important than just the calories you're intaking. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight, and I will add one more thing. Alcohol is not a macronutrient, but your body cannot process it and burn it as fuel, so it has to store it. So if I could challenge you in one thing, it would be to limit your alcohol intake. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy a light cocktail on occasion, but it cannot be an everyday thing if you expect to have a tight, toned, fit body. So I want to challenge you in that, just because it's not something that our body easily processes it, and it's a 7 calories per gram, so it's high in calories as well. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight of why we do macros and how there's some strategy behind it. And it is a temporary, I want counting macros to be temporary for you. I don't want it to be something you do forever. It should empower you. It should teach you how to read nutrition labels, which I'm going to go into the actual counting of it. Teach you how to read nutrition labels, teach you to be aware of the food you're eating, to start visualizing the portions your body needs, and ultimately empower you in your decisions for the rest of your life. So if you can count macros with me for just a couple months span, depending on where your goals is and how much progress you need to make, that should be all you need in order to empower you for your choices the rest of your life. I don't personally track macros unless I have a specific goal I'm reaching for, like postpartum I did for a couple months just to kind of get my body back in a routine where I was in a calorie deficit, getting enough of all three nutrients, but also having enough intake to produce milk supply. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. I'm here for you guys. Let me know if you have questions. And in our next video, I'm going to explain how to track the macros and give you a little more background on that.